Welcome to your yoga practice. It is Monday, September 16th. See if the birthday girl's on here. Happy birthday, Mama Mary. She made it back to Illinois from her travels to Virginia. All right, let's come into an easy seat, whatever that needs to look like for you today. And our quote today comes from BKS Iyengar. Yoga is a mirror to look at ourselves from within. So for the next couple breaths, let's just see if we could sit a little taller. Maybe rest your hands in Dhyana Mudra, stacking the right fingers over the left, letting the thumbs meet like a bridge over top. And breathing with this thought, yoga is a mirror to look at ourselves from within. Yoga is a mirror to look at ourselves from within. So as we move through this practice, we can practice observing our mind's reaction just as much as we notice our body's abilities. All right, for the next couple of breaths, let's intentionally root down through the parts of yourself connected to the ground. So on Mondays, we give grounding a bit more extra attention. So rooting down. As you try to do that, can you sense your spine lengthening or lifting up? Maybe lean back ever so slightly and draw the chin back in space ever so slightly. So in our asana and meditation practice, we're always seeking that balance between effort and ease. Stharam and sukham, that steady but easeful shape. And then notice if you're engaging your core to support this lift up and lean back. Keep all of that engagement. When you slowly stretch your arms out and up, you can blink the eyes open if they've been closed. Maybe look up, stretch your hands, might induce a yawn. And then when you're ready, exhale, lower your arms back down. Next, inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Exhaling, lower your arms back down. Inhaling, stretch up. This time when you exhale, lower your left hand to the ground. Right arm stretches up and over. On an inhale, come to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hand to the ground, right arm stretching up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, one more time to the right side. Inhaling, center, stretch both arms up, lean back. See if you could switch the cross of your legs, assuming they're crossed. And then lower both arms down, fingertips to the ground. So even if you just switched the adjustment of your legs, that's fine. Sitting up tall, we can shrug the shoulders up, roll them back and down. Lift your chin any amount, so lifting your face to the sky, and then lower your chin to your chest. We'll do that again. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, chin to chest. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Let's look for stretch on the back of the neck and shoulders. And then we'll start rocking our head side to side. Shushing a cat is probably futile. And really, why would I even? Oh, well, he'll sing to us today. All right, come back to center. Inhale, stretch your arms out. Really take your time these next couple times. Open your hands wide. When you exhale, lower your arms back down. We'll do that again. Slow motion, like someone is very gently tugging on your arms. Try to get them as long as possible. Feel some stretch, some maybe nerve sensation through the arms. And then one more time, side to side. Inhale your right arm up and over. Exhale, center. Inhale your left arm up and over. Exhale, center. And now we'll bring our legs into either Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, or stretch your legs out wider for a wide leg stretch. See what feels best to your legs this early in a practice, and we'll just take a little lean forward. So we're not looking for a dramatic looking shape, we're just looking to feel stretch in your upper inner thighs, and maybe you're also getting some in your hips or your back. You could let your head hang heavy. You could bring blocks in front of you to support you. And we'll stay 5 to 8 breaths, keeping with that quote, yoga is a mirror to look at ourselves from within. Notice what the mind is doing. And for the next few breaths, see if you can kind of remove yourself and be the observer, just watching the mind, watching the body. And send your attention back to the parts of you connected to the ground. So what part of your feet are connected to the ground? We'll just leave that. How about your legs, your hips? And we'll very slowly sit up. I feel like Dr. Seuss. All right, you can use your hands to help your legs come together. And let's go ahead and make our way all the way upright. So standing up at the top of your mat. We'll do just a little bit of lymphatic drainage together, a minute or so here, and then we'll get into our asana movement. So we can bring our feet comfortably under us, maybe a little wider than usual, soften your knees. Right hand to left collarbones. So just imagine like Velcro, sticking your hand to your collarbones and then rubbing side to side. Again, doesn't have to be a big movement to have a good effect on our lymphatic system. Breathing, you might right away feel your sinuses drain or change. And we'll go ahead and switch sides. Left hand like Velcro to the right collarbone area, rubbing side to side. And then left hand, left side, right side. A couple fingers in front of your ears, a couple behind. Again, try to stick as much of your hand to as much of your skin as possible. Pushing up, back, and down like we're drawing a little circle. Breathing as you do this. And then right hand to left armpit. You can just squeeze into there, maybe circle around and tap. And switch sides. And tap. Hands just beneath the rib cage. Gently press in. Take a breath. One more full breath. Hands to your groin area, inguinal joint, rubbing up and down and tapping. And then back behind the knees, the popliteal region, rubbing behind the knees and tapping. All right, now we shake it out. So standing with your feet comfortably far apart, give yourself a firm foundation and then start to bounce. You can let your arms bounce by your sides or stretch them up overhead. Shaking out your wrists. You can flick your fingers, opening and closing your palms. And no worries if you're keeping your feet firmly rooted on the ground. But see if you can still pump your calves a little. So maybe you just lift those heels up just a millimeter or two. Another couple breaths. You could sigh it out. And let's come to stillness. Letting your arms drop heavy by your sides, feeling your feet rooting down. Eyes opened or closed, just notice sensation here. So on Mondays with the grounding practices, a lot of that is noticing. So energetically and emotionally grounding into noticing what's here in this physical moment. And then with your palms face down, inhale, sweep your arms out by your sides, coming up about shoulder height. Then flip your palms to face the sky. Keep breathing in, reaching up. And on an exhale, draw everything down through the center. Inhale, palms down about halfway, then palms up. Keep breathing, reaching up. Exhale, imagine drawing all of that collective energy down. One more time, inhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Good. From the top of your mat, inhale, reaching out and up. Keep breathing. Hook your thumbs. See if you can pull your fingertips up a little higher, pressing your feet firmly into the ground, hugging your core muscles in. Fingertips reach up a little more. You might shift side to side, getting longer through your side bodies. And eventually on an exhale, fold forward and down, releasing your hands all the way to the ground. On an inhale, slide your hands up, your shins maybe up over your knees, lift halfway. Exhale, slide your hands back down, your legs fold forward. 2 more times. Inhale, slide your hands up your legs, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. 1 more time. So getting in physical contact with ourselves is another nice tool for grounding or calming, regulating. As you exhale, go ahead and bring your hands to the ground or blocks and step your right foot way back in space. Drop the right knee, untuck the toes, take a breath or two. You can stay here, or if you feel steady, you might reach your arms up. Maybe if you have a block, grab it with your left hand, bring it alongside you on the left side, stretch your right arm up and over to the left. So deepening the stretch on your right side body and hip flexor. You can always drape the right arm over your head if your shoulders are tired. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take a twist to the left. Maybe bring your right elbow to the left thigh. Just stay for a breath. And then we'll release to face forward. Plant your hands, tuck your right toes. Let's find plank pose for an inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here, you might sway your hips side to side. Maybe you're settling into stillness right away. Just notice what you're doing. And then let's drop our knees to the ground. Step or swing your right foot to the top of the mat. You can untuck the left toes. After a breath or so, you might lift up your torso, stretching your arms up. Here's where we can grab, if you have a block, you could bring it to your right side where your right fingertips can touch down. Stretch your left arm over, up and over to the right side. Couple more breaths here. Notice the parts of you touching the ground. So your right foot, top of your left foot, your left knee. One more inhale. And then exhale, come to center. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Maybe bring your left elbow to the right thigh. We'll stay just a breath. And release, facing forward, hands to the ground. Tuck your left toes. Lift the left knee off of the ground for a breath. And then find plank pose. Inhaling here. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest, your chin. Inhale, come onto the belly, point your toes back. And we'll play with Shalabhasana locust pose. So stretch your arms back. Palms can face down, or you can interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders together and down. And look ahead. Breathe here. Maybe you can stretch your hands and toes back in space a little bit more. Just another breath. And then lower down. Give yourself a rest. Shimmy the hips if that feels good. Maybe rock your forehead side to side on the ground. Good. Now hands alongside your chest. Tuck your toes. You never have to push up. You can find downward dog any way you want. But if you want to, we'll engage the legs. Maybe the knees and parts of the thighs lift off of the ground. Toes tucked. Big breath in. Exhale completely. And once the breath is gone, push the ground away. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And we can play with different arrangements for the hands and feet. So maybe just to see how it feels, you bring the roots of your big toes together. Maybe you walk your hands closer together so we're more narrow. See how that feels. And then see about taking it the opposite direction, bringing the hands out really wide, bringing the feet out really wide. See how that feels. And then look for the sweet spot where it's just right for you today. All right, from downward facing dog, let's inhale, lift the right leg towards the sky, any amount, look forward. Exhale, step or swing the right foot to the top of the mat. Doesn't have to be pretty, we're just getting the right foot up there. Pivot your left heel down, cartwheel your arms up, finding Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Here's another one we can play with our foundation. So the feet and legs don't have to stay as wide as you've landed with them. You could make it wider, maybe shimmy that right foot forward a bit more, bending into the knee. Or you can shimmy your back foot up closer to your front foot, having the stance be much closer together. It's still Warrior 2. Find what makes the most sense for your body today. We're not in competition with any other versions of ourselves or anyone else. We're just seeing what's best today. On an inhale, you can flip the right palm to the sky, stretch your arm up and back. Stay for a couple breaths there. And on an exhale, let's cartwheel the arms off to the right side. Right elbow might rest on your right thigh, or you could straighten the right arm, sliding the fingertips towards the ground or block. Extended side angle. Steady breath in and out. And then we'll bring the left hand to the ground, pivot to a wide leg forward fold. So pivoting on your right foot, hanging heavy. Again, adjust your stance. If you bring your feet out a little wider, maybe your head or your hands can touch the ground more easily. You could bend one knee and then the other, or you can hang in stillness. About 3 more breaths. And breathing, we'll walk our hands over to the left foot, pivoting on that. So now we're facing the back of the mat. After a breath or so, pivot your right heel down, cartwheel your arms up, finding Virabhadrasana 2, looking the other way. Again, adjust your stance as you see fit. What's the mind up to? Is it here with you in these sensations and in this breath? And let's flip our left palm to the sky. Inhale, stretch your left arm up and back, reverse warrior. I like to hook my free arm, the back arm, around my low back, kind of using that like an anchor to lengthen the low back. Feel your feet on the ground, staying here again for a breath. And cartwheel your arms through neutral, then left arm to left thigh, right arm alongside your ear. Maybe straighten your left arm, stretching the fingertips towards the ground. Can you extend your breath just a little bit? Really take your time breathing in and breathing out. One more breath. And then hands making their way to the ground. Go ahead and pivot through your wide leg forward fold again. Bend your left knee. Keep your right hand on the ground. Lift your left arm, so twisting towards the left a little. Big in breath. Exhale, left hand to the earth, straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. Left hand stays grounded. Now right arm stretches up as we twist to the right. Big breath. And release your right hand to the ground. Heel toe your feet a little closer, but legs still a bit wide. Heels pointed in, knees and toes pointed out a bit. Bend your knees as you bring your hands up to your thighs, and then dip one shoulder in and then the other. You can stay here or come to center, sinking your hips, lifting your heart, finding a supported goddess pose squat. You can stay here or you can reach your arms up, really lean your torso back. Just a big breath in and exhale. Stand up tall. Hop or heel toe your feet closer together. And playing with a little balance, so you can always move to a wall or piece of furniture, or just keep the movement small. Let's draw the hands together at the heart. Find something in front of you you can gaze at without straining. And shift the weight into your left leg, lightening the right foot. And this might be where you stay, really engaging your left leg, hugging the glutes in, lifting the kneecap as you squeeze the quads. See if you can come to your right toes and then point the knee away from you. So opening up that leg like a book opens. Maybe the right foot comes to the left ankle or somewhere higher on the leg. Pressing the right foot into the standing left leg. Pressing the hands into each other. Maybe lift your gaze. Maybe stretch your arms up and out. Few breaths in Vrikshasana tree pose. And then release, stand tall in mountain pose. Notice the effects of that effort. Hands to heart, find your focal point, your drishti. Shifting the weight into your right leg. Really engage the gluteal muscles, all of the muscles of the leg. Just imagine it hugging into the bones. Bending your left knee, slide the left toes a little closer to your right ankle. Staying here or opening up the left leg so the knee points off to the left. Bringing the left foot to the right ankle or leg. And again, imagine them meeting in the middle. So the left foot is pressing into the right leg is pressing back. And you might stretch your arms up overhead. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath. And release. Feet on the ground, arms by your side. Pause to notice. Where do you feel sensation? Is it staying the same or is it constantly transforming? And then you might take one more little shake out before we make our way to the ground. As you're ready, come on down and roll onto your spine. When you get to your spine, you can draw your knees in to your chest. Massaging your low back here as you rock a little side to side. And then left foot on the ground, cross the right leg over the left in a way that feels good, drawing the knees back in towards your chest. We can circle the ankles here. And switching directions. Another inhale. And on your exhale, let your legs fall over to the left side. Enjoying a twist for a slow, steady breath. And come back through center, unwinding your legs, hugging both knees in for a moment, maybe rocking side to side. Then right foot on the ground, cross your left leg over the right. Draw your legs in towards your chest. Breathing, maybe swaying the legs. Circling the ankles, we can give it a go both ways. And eventually let your legs fall over to the right side. Enjoy a twist here, long, slow breath. And releasing when you feel ready. Give yourself anything else that your body needs or would appreciate. And eventually we'll take our rest. Stretching your legs long, stretching your arms long, giving yourself some space. Be as comfortable as you can be for this next moment of stillness. We can put a little space between the teeth, still keeping the lips together. We can let the head kind of sink back and down into the ground. You're supported right now. Your neck and shoulder muscles do not have to work. Yoga is a mirror to look at ourselves from within. Taking your time, returning to an easy seat if you'd like to close this 30-minute practice together with a round of Om. Drawing your hands together at your heart, sitting nice and tall. You might offer a little smile to yourself for taking care of yourself with this practice. Big breath in if you'd like to chant one Om. Deep bow of gratitude to you for sharing your time and energy. Much gratitude to the teachers and the teachings. And happy birthday, Mama Mary. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead of you.